DreAllDay.com.
What's going on, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. This week's motivation is called Tell Your Story. The reason I titled Tell Your Story is because every single person out there, you have something unique to offer to the world. And the unique thing you have to offer is that your story, your background is different from anyone else's out there. And there's somebody out there who deserves to hear your story, who wants to hear your story, who needs to be able to hear someone else say, I've been through this situation, and that person's thinking, I've been through it too. Let me give you an example. There's a friend of mine who actually wrote a blog post a few months ago, about depression. She had suffered through depression before, so she knew what it felt like when it's an actor named Robin Williams who committed suicide, killed himself. She went and wrote a post about that because she had been through that. She had felt how that felt. She had felt the downs of that depression. I've never been through depression, but I tried to understand what it had felt like, because I have loved ones who have also been through depression, and the way they talk about it is that no one can understand what it feels like. You can't explain it in words, and you can't motivate yourself out of it. You can't listen to audio tapes, you can't watch YouTube videos or listen to music or have somebody give you a motivational speech to get you out of it when you're in the depths of depression. She wrote a post about it. Turns out a big publication that I'm not going to name liked her post, picked up her post, and published her on their site, and it was like one of her greatest accomplishments when it came to her writing career, because she went and shared that. And when I spoke to her after that, she told me, I've been getting messages every day from people who I've never even met who are telling me I've been through that exact same thing and I know exactly what you're feeling. And she got one of her biggest business moves of her life happened because she decided to share her story. And even though it wasn't a story that made her look great, it was a story that made other people say, me too. I've been through that too, and I'm glad you stepped up and spoke about it, because I was thinking I was the only person in the world who was going through that. How does that relate to all of you out there? Even if you've never been through depression, you're not a writer, you don't even care about that. This is how it relates to you. It relates to you because whatever you're going through right now, there are other people out there in the world who feel very alone right now. They feel alone because they think the things that they're going through, whatever their situation is, it might just be 1 out of 100 things going on in your life. That one thing for them, they feel like nobody understands. They feel like nobody can relate. They feel like no one else has been through what I'm going through, and they feel very alone. Isolation for human beings is a sickness. It kills you. Isolation kills people because humans, we're social animals. We want to interact with other humans. When we're not interacting, it's kind of like we're killing ourselves. So when you feel like no one else can understand where you're coming from, you feel very, very alone. And you could die a slow death from that. So what that means for you is that you need to share the things you've been through. You need to share your experiences, the positives, especially the ones that you look at that were not so great, especially the challenges, especially the setbacks. You know why? Because the negative situations, those setbacks that happen, there are other people who need to hear that they're not the only ones going through it. That can keep them alive. That can save somebody's life. It can change somebody's day. And it could also turn out to be something very big for you if you turn out to be one of the first people or one of the most unique people to step up and say, hey, this is happening to me. You're going to find there's a flood of other people out there who are going to say, that happened to me too, and I appreciate you stepping up and sharing it. So that's a little bit. It's not really, I wouldn't even say this is so much a thing that's going to motivate you to go do something. Actually, it will. It motivates you to go share your story. But this is something that any of you could use if you're thinking about creating some type of unique program, some type of a website, a blog, a YouTube channel, anything where you want to express yourself. Understand that even if you think there's nothing great or unique about you, or you don't have any super accomplishments that will make you a star, understand that your unique situation, your unique life, and your unique set of circumstances is valuable, because there is somebody out there who needs to hear a part of your story, and you can help keep them alive and help make their day by sharing it. So what are you waiting for? Work on your game. DreAllDay.com.
Hey, somebody sign that kid Dre Baldwin, man. I swear to God, man, he need to be on the team, man. That nigga be ballin', man. I be ballin' too, I swear. Man, I feel like Dre Ball, Dre